Welcome, Michaela, to the green room. You're usually the first comment, so that even if people are here, I feel like maybe they should say that for you. Pardon me, throat's a little dry, you know. Arizona fall, etc. Dwight. Modes. Oh boy, I hope people remember The Office, because I got a lot of questions about it. And reading them, I was like, whoa, how much do I remember? It's not bad, right? So I feel like confident in your guys' abilities is what I'm getting at. Not to tip my hand too soon, because this is the green room, but yeah, that's what we got to look forward to. A little bit of Office trivia. I think the green cards I'll be role-playing as Michael Scarn. We are, it's in between songs, but typically, and right now as well, we're listening to White Bat Audio. So if you like what you hear, give them a subscribe. What's up with my music? All right, yeah, we're just in between songs, people. Hold on, DJ's queuing it up. There we go. Thought we had a problem for a sec. Nope, just green room shenanigans, right, guys? Maybe you can hear I'm on the $7 mic because it's game show night and I need a wireless setup. Although it doesn't have a pop filter, as you can tell, so I got to remember proper mic technique is to hold it away. It's not like the good mics. It's bad. It's $7. We've got Tony's name still up in lights. If he decides to show up and retain his crown, I hope so, because it's such a pretty name tag. And it's got the ghost. Just a few more moments here behind the scenes to get things ready. Oh, I didn't even check. I mean, I assume you guys can hear me, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. The ghost gave me confirmation. Thank you, Kayla. What is up, Tony? I was just talking about you earlier. As usual, I'm running a little behind schedule, so please forgive maybe an extra long and quiet green room. But you know what? Here's the thing. I'll tip my hand a little bit. I started a new job. I've been trading. Super burned out mentally by that. So every day I fall basically 15 minutes further behind than I was the day before. So I apologize for that in advance. Just a few more minutes. And we'll be good to go. But I'm glad you guys showed up or hopefully enjoyed the White Bat Audio. All right, folks, I think all of our tubes have been warmed up. Here's the thing. Plus, I mean, you'll get to see probably all the cards and the colors. But this office trivia game is a million colors. It's all the characters. It's wildly obscure. Hopefully it's not annoyingly obscure like the Friends game, but I do have a couple of those lying around in case we need some extra pointage. As Krista fumbles with her headset. Oh, God. We're already off the rails. We haven't even started.
Sorry. Well, I would have expected you to have played the thing already by the time I came back.
Well, here's the thing. I'm also on a new computer, so all of the things I normally do, I think I'm missing a lot of. I mean, I'm definitely missing some slides, but I've got some new stuff to show you, so why don't we go ahead and do that?
Dog. Cat. Mouse. Turtle.
You're listening to FFOP Radio.
Reach the
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Dave. It's Wednesday, which means it's the FFOP game show night. We're doing Dunder Mifflin style The Office trivia. I've got 2, 4, 6 different color cards here. I had to throw some away because, like, it's a board game and you have to ask people to your left or right or whatever. So, axed. Krista, the producer, is over there sitting in her usual position.
I am.
Here is Tony's name. There's his ghost.
There it is.
I hope you guys are ready for some Office trivia. And also, just a little behind the scenes, like I said before, we might be missing a few things because I'm on a new PC. I bought one that is hypothetically faster than the last one, so I'm hoping to get higher video and or audio out of this or something. Whatever. Behind the scenes stuff, I guess, doesn't matter. Moral of the story is it's time for a game show, and let me see if I've got something for this. There we go. Supermarket sweep.
Supermarket sweep.
All right, people. So, I'll keep... It's going to be regular rules, right? So you got to be the fastest to answer. So make sure you're on live chat and not top chat. But I'm also going to collect my friends' mystery bonus cards. If things start to lag, I'll pull one of these out for 200 points. Or if it feels like I want to. So that's the way that's going to
So there.
And as we like to do, where is it? It's one of my kids' favorites.
Yes.
All right, so check it out. Woof, so many. I'll try and tell you what they are, but you're going to have to, like, bear with me on context here because the directions are insane. And here's the thing. It's what you want, right, is like a Trivial Pursuit style where any question can be asked to any person on the street or whatever. Like with the green cards, I have to pretend to be Michael. With every other card, it's like a smattering of different people. This isn't your problem, guys. We're going to do a purple card, and that means it's a quote. So I'm going to ask you who said it before I say what they said, and then you have to say what they said. You know,
What?
quotes work. God damn it.
Oh, I see.
Who said it? I get 10 vacation days a year, and I try to hold off taking them for as long as possible. This year, I got to the 3rd week in January. This one I knew, so it's not that hard, so I don't feel bad for you guys. No, not Jan. Sorry. Incorrect. It is Pam, not Oscar. Yeah, it's Pam.
Pam.
Yeah, pay you back. Still, just because they share one letter, I can't accept it. It has to be at least 66%. But you still got it anyway. Yeah, it was Pam. I remember when she said that. I was like, me too, sometimes. All right. Now let's try another card. Red. This is a break room card. So, whatever. Maybe that's a little loud. In the Stanford office, Tony tells Karen that he needs her skinny little arms to get these out of a vending machine. Remember when Jim goes to the Stanford branch? I didn't realize it was Stanford with an M.
Yeah, Stamford, Connecticut. I went to college there.
Right, but you say things weird, so I just thought you said Stanford weird.
No.
Stanford Community College? Stamford? Stammerly? What did the big fat guy need her skinny little arms to get unstuck out of the vending machine? Not Skittles. It's a good guess, though. It was chips. I don't know if it was the Hers brand that later became
Probably.
a plot point, but there you go. Yeah, it was chips. Remember, he comes over, he's like, I gotta get your skinny little arms. He's the one who, he was the one who quit first when they tried to get
When
it
they
up on the
merged?
table.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And why not, right? Okay, yellow card. What does that mean? I don't know. In the parking lot, the office workers are discussing which books they'd bring with them to a desert island. Name one of the 6 things Dwight says he'd have in his hollowed out copy of the Physician's Desk reference. And there's a lot of them. Name one of the 6 things that he would put. And I mean, here's the thing. If you've seen one episode with Dwight in it, you could probably at least guess. Because it's pretty hilarious. What is he going to bring in that hollowed out copy of the Physician's Assistant or whatever, Physician's Desk reference?
Yeah, because it's such a big book.
Brilliant, though.
Compass?
Oof, no, close though. Like, right? Because he's stuck on a desert island. A compass would be utterly useless without a map. So that's just logical thinking there, Tony. Come on, defend your title. I want to give hints, but I mean, like, what is the farm, right? And also, like,
What is the farm?
and that was an assistant to the regional manager level question. Beat, not beat, something else. It was. Let's call it on account of the
So he
slaughter
doesn't.
rule.
But beets are what
Beet
is on.
seeds is what he would bring.
Oh, to grow an endless
Waterproof-
amount.
Yeah, waterproof matches, iodine tablets, beet seeds, protein bar, a NASA blanket, and finally Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Just one protein bar.
Well, it's just one book. It says protein bars. If I didn't say it plural, then I meant to say it plural. We'll just find all the easy ones and read those. Oh, God. Okay. Who hosts a cat party? Right? Who hosts a cat party in the office?
Probably like my least favorite character.
I mean, she was fine. I wish that what's his face, Creed and maybe Meredith got a little more blonde. What's the name? You're close.
Yeah,
you're very close. I'll give you some hints. It's her name escapes you. Like she was getting with Dwight and then with Andy and with Dwight and Andy at the same time, and there was a kerfuffle about that.
Well,
sort
yeah,
of
he knows
stuff.
who it is.
I don't know. Well, I'm just trying to fill the dead air as like he tries to
The
think of
only blonde one.
the small blonde. There we go.
Schmangela.
Angela hosts a cat party.
Yeah, she was my least favorite character. Not for the cats, obviously, because I like cats, but
Oh, sorry, Kayla, with the Wi-Fi failure.
Schmalier.
Back at it with the white fans. All right, folks, buckle up. We're going to do a blue question, which is a mystery to me because I'm done looking over and like trying to figure out what these are. Creed says this underhanded action is something he just does. Creed said this underhanded action is something he just does. And he does a lot of stuff. It's not sprout mung beans in his desk drawer. It's not that.
Right.
I wouldn't say, something as niche as selling all of the office's computers and stuff when they thought they were shutting down. But he does something. It is an underhanded
So
action.
many things.
He just does. Yeah, that's the thing.
He does all the things. Punch Rocky when he's not looking.
Oh yeah, Creed. Yeah, that's the thing. He does so many things. So I don't know. No points awarded. Stealing, but he does do a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
And P.S. Maybe this is still true. Maybe I'm telling a lie, but I remember him and Meredith, like their people, being on the Adam Carolla show, and him saying that he was the guitarist for the Grassroots.
Oh,
which
yeah.
play one of my favorite songs, Midnight Confessions. If you don't know it, look it up. If you do know it, then you know it. Okay, what title is actually inscribed on Phyllis's Dundee? Right? When Phyllis won her Dundee Award for this, it was a misprint that said... You know how cute Michael's names are? Yeah. So what do you think it was? Remember, she comes up and she goes, "Oh, this says this," and he goes, "Oh, it's not supposed to. I'll get it fixed. I'll get it fixed."
I vaguely remember that episode.
It's
Aren't they like in a restaurant? Like
yeah, they're
filled
like
with
in an
people?
Applebee's. Yeah. It's
Busiest Beaver.
Busiest Beaver was what it was supposed to say. What does it actually say, Tony? You must know then this. If you know Busiest Beaver was the award, what did it actually say? For the point. No idea. Come on, Kayla. I just gave it away, basically, right there. All right, I got to call it.
Can I guess?
Sure.
Is it the bustiest beaver?
No, it's
I don't know.
bushiest.
Oh, bushiest.
Bushiest beaver. Hello. Come on, people. 70s reference, I imagine. Come on. All right, here's another quote. Who said it? Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, what would an idiot do? And then, if they would, I do not do that thing. Beaveriest beaver. That's a pretty good guess. Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing. Boom! Tony's got it. It is Dwight. You got it correct.
Yeah, especially the way you said it.
What is up, Matt? Maybe I'll just do the
Hello,
quotes
Matt.
because I can try and do the voices. It's maybe easier. Okay, what's this all about? This is going to make your brain explode. Dwight and Angela dating. Have been for 6 months. Who said it to who? That's what I want. Because it's a 2-part answer. So Kayla got the first part.
Kayla wasn't guessing that part.
What the
That
hell?
was a different question that she was responding.
Oh, well then, whoops. Spoiler alert. Who's the number 2? I'll give half a point for each. Dwight to Angela is incorrect. Why would Dwight say that to Angela? This is going to make your brain explode. Dwight and Angela are dating. Who said it to whom? Jim to Oscar is incorrect. What? That's our problem, Matt. There's so many offices. You got to pick your... I'm high. Gosh dang it, guys. It's Jim to
Jim
Pam.
to Pam. Who
Jim
else?
says to Pam, hello.
This is going to blow your mind.
And Pam says, yeah, everybody knows or whatever. Like, hello. Everybody knows The Office. This is so easy. It's just quotes. You just have to guess. And I already told you, Jim. I say Jim and Oscar. Stanley to Oscar. Get it. On a roll tonight. Okay, who said it about whom? I don't see it. I think they both could do better. Sorry. No, I don't see it. I think they both could do better. Who said it about whom? Remember? I think they both can do better.
I mean, there's only so many couples.
Right. That's the beauty about quotes. Is like you just have to take in the context.
Dunno.
You guys are not Office fans. Why did I think you guys were Office fans?
Michael, about Jim and Pam.
The second half is correct, so I'll give partial credit. It was Dwight. Dwight about Jim and Pam.
So Kayla gets half a point?
Yeah, we'll give Kayla half a point for that. All right, buckle up for another quote.
Rachel said it about Splinter and... Or Raphael said it about Splinter and Shredder.
Not for nothing. I understand what you're trying to do, but I can't award half points for blatant appeal. Okay, who said it? I know that patience and loyalty are good and virtuous traits, but sometimes I just think you need to grow a pair. I know patience and loyalty are good and virtuous traits, but sometimes I think you need to grow a pair. Who said it? What is up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
Who said that? And then, if you tell me who they said it about, I'll give you an extra half point. It is not Jan, Tony.
Jan will be there eventually.
It's not. It is Angela. And if you tell me about who, obviously, I'll give you another half point. But no, it's not Jan. Sorry. If it was for a no, it was Angela. It was Angela about Dwight because she's, good and virtuous. I don't think Jan has ever fought for the side of good or whatever. Like that's an Angela thing, not Stanley. Yeah, Stanley's on the fence of that fight. He just wants to go home. He wants to go home and do his crossword puzzles. That's all he does.
Yep. Do ones that aren't just quotes.
I can do one where I'm pretending to be Michael. Here we go. I think Steve Austin made a good salary. Do you know how much he was worth? Right? I told Oscar I'd give $25 to his nephew's walkathon. That was before I knew this. How about that? I told Oscar I'd give $25 to his nephew's walkathon. That's before I knew this. What did he find out after he wrote down $25? Say a lot of Michael.
No.
It was per mile. That is correct.
Yes.
Tony, yes, the donations were per mile. Maybe we'll do more. I don't know, guys.
Just mix them up. You have so many cards of different colors.
These aren't like... Both of Oscar's parents were born here. Both of Oscar's parents were born here. Oscar, if you don't know him, think about it. It was not The Secret of the Use, but I like it.
These questions are not formed right.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like it should have been like, where were Oscar's parents born?
Yeah, they're all off the wall, and that's the thing. Like we've got assistant to the regional manager level questions and regional manager questions, and they're all like, Mexico is correct. Tony nailed it. But that's the thing. It could have been anywhere south of the border, right?
Yeah.
Stab in the dark. But no, I think he definitely brings it up like more than once.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Let's see if you guys know this deep of a cut because it's pretty funny. Dwight shows Creed a picture of marijuana. Creed says it's this kind. If you get this, I'll give you 1,000 points because I don't think anybody's going to get this based on what's been going on. It's so yeah, that's just it. When Dwight finds half of a joint in the parking lot, he shows Creed a picture of marijuana. Creed says it's this kind. This is a regional manager level question. If you could nail it, I'll give you 1,000 points because woof.
That's
long.
a lot of points.
Yeah, well, it's a long answer, and I want it all or nothing at all. Wacky Jamaki is not correct. Sorry, that's hilarious, but not right. Sorry.
Wacky Jamaki.
Jerk Jamaki. I'll accept that, Tony. Northern Lights Cannabis Indica is the full thing, but Northern Lights Indica, we'll call it.
So Tony just got 1,000 points.
Right, because he was smart enough to probably Google it.
Yeah, use the one and only Google.
I mean, hello, it's taking you guys so long. You could be just Googling all of these. That was your one, right, Tony? This next is going to be worth 14,000 points.
North Kush.
I'm just kidding. Let's make these worth 1,000 because 1 point feels pretty stingy for how terribly worded these are, right? All right, check this out. The Office needs a celebrity for their commercial, and this person's signing books at the Steamtown Mall. Creed says she's crazy hot. Who is she? I think if you don't, this might be too big of a hint, but she writes those alphabet murder books. Like A is for blah, B is for...
yeah, it might be too big of a hint. It's just the biggest hint you could give for her.
I don't know if you're like a book person, and even if you are a book person, I don't think anybody would pay attention to that kind of cheesy crap unless that was
They're
their
all
thing.
over the grocery stores. They're one of those grocery store books.
Right, but no one pays attention to those unless it's like a purpose-driven life getting picked up by a grandma. Yeah, Sue Graft On is correct. Sue Graft On. I love it. It was, Sue Grafted. 1,000 points for Kayla. 1,000 points. Close in second with Joe. Same answer, but
second behind.
The Graft On was the icing on the cake.
But were they in the training videos last week? I don't know. We saw some James Patterson. I don't know if we saw Sue Grafton.
Yeah, we definitely saw Patterson and who else? Grisham.
Nora Roberts. JD Robb, her alias, or her second name.
Oh, God. I mean, who? Whatever.
And Sue Grafton is one of those kinds that would be at the grocery store.
That feels a little more obscure to me because she has so many. Like there aren't very many because like the grocery store is going to carry stuff in hardback that still sells. I don't think Sue Grafton moves shit that is not paperback. I could be wrong.
Oh, I've only ever seen her books hardcover.
God bless Sue Grafton. I've only ever seen them in paperback. Maybe I'm just a broke asshole shopping at broke dick stores. This is a regional manager style question, people. So we'll make it worth 1,500 because
what are
the rules?
Just make Krista do math because why not?
Math. Johnny Gilbert. I
Bluetooth my keyboard to my phone so I could play without Wi-Fi. Autocorrect is a harsh mistress.
Hey, you know what? You're bending over backwards to be here, and I appreciate it. However, if you have to use a telegraph or a Morse code, it's going to fly up the typing square. I'll take it. But check this out. It's a regional manager question, 1,500 points. Andy says he was in an a cappella group. What was it called? What is a cappella group called? And of course, every a cappella group has to have a lame-ass name. So just think about it for half a second. Think of the lamest one you can think of, and it's probably right. The B Sharps. That's perfect. It's The Simpsons, by the way. Don't get excited. But yeah, Andy says...
Obviously, because...
A cappella.
Andy was not an Indian man.
My accent was good. Here comes treble is correct. Beep, 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 boop. No, sorry. That was the winning answer. However, it's dots and dashes. So something was mistranslated to the internet.
Yeah.
And also you were still behind Tony.
The minstrel cycles.
The minstrel cycles.
That's
like
funny.
the whimsical clavicle, right, guys? That skeleton was so hoardy, but he was a skeleton.
That's a Pitch Perfect reference. Funny story. I just got Pitch Perfect from the Goodwill.
Cool.
And it was cool because my coworker told me that we needed to watch it, and he wants us to review it.
I made some spaghetti, but
Sweet
I dropped some
Jesus.
sauce on the floor.
Good.
This is the regional manager level question, people. So 1,500 points are on the line. Buckle up. Jim won't make Pam's wedding since he'll be vacationing in what country? Obviously, when she was going to marry Roy.
A
He'll
piece
be
of shit.
vacationing in which country? Yay for Pitch Perfect. I don't want to hear any more Pitch Perfect talk.
Pitch perfect.
I don't want to watch Pitch Perfect.
Well, you're not going to have much of a choice.
Spusicles is what I call them because they make me want to barf. Australia is correct, Tony. You nailed it.
We're doing 1,000 points for all these, right? I just
That
want
was
to make sure.
1,500
Oh,
right there. That was.
sweet
I
crap.
just said that was a regional manager level question. Here is an assistant to the regional manager question, which will be 1,000 points. Ryan says that Jim eats the same sandwich every day for lunch. What is it? I went to junior high with my best friend in junior high. Had the same sandwich every day. White bread, heavily processed turkey, slathered mayo. Every day. Not Moe's Tavern. That was a good guess, though. For the last question, obviously. I just saw it.
Duh.
What kind of sandwich is it? Yeah, it's ham and cheese. Bingo. Same ham and cheese sandwich every day. He's shuffling, right? All right, next question.
Big
This is
tuna.
big tuna, right? Big ham and cheese before that.
Yeah.
He didn't become big tuna until he made the switch because he went to Stamford,
Stanford.
dropped the ham and cheese, picked up the tuna, and
A new nickname.
no, what's her real name? Rashida Jones.
Yes. Who was, what was her name? Karen? Karen.
Possibly.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, this is the assistant to the regional manager question. It's only worth 1,000 to warm me up for the next one. Jim's advice to Dwight on giving a passionate speech is to wave his arms and do this. Jim's advice to Dwight on giving a passionate speech is to wave his arms and do this. Stanford Mitten Club. Stanford Water Mitten Club. Chapter 407. Stanford, Connecticut. Act like Hitler is a little too not right. Yes and no, because what I'm looking for is a specific body movement like wave your arms. But yeah, that is the thing. Boom, pound your fist is correct, Tony. Wave your arms and pound your fist to make points. But yeah, that was the end was to.
How many points was that? 1,000?
That was 1,000 points. Can you believe that? This is the regional manager level
God damn
question.
it.
15 hundo in Jeopardy. Jim asks various people in the office, is it me or does it smell like what in here? What does it smell like to Jim in the office? Boom. Tony got it. Up dog. What's up, dog?
Up dog.
Nothing much. What's up with you? And Dwight screws it up, or no, Michael does, because he goes, hey,
Yeah.
Dwight, what's going on? And he goes, nothing much. And he goes,
What's up, dog?
what's up, dog? That's how it goes sometimes. Assistant to the regional manager, 1,000 points. I bought one of Pam's drawings at the art show. It was a picture of this.
That is like the easiest question you have read so far.
Since it's green, I'm pretending I'm Michael by saying hi. I bought one of Pam's drawings at the art show. It's a picture of this. It smells like turtle soup. Tonight I dine on turtle soup. It's like one of the only things that would have ever been bought by Michael Scott.
Right. Well, don't give it away. Yes, Kayla, you are correct.
Yeah, the office building.
This was assistant Yes.
Yeah, that's 1,000 points. Because
You're
here
gonna have
comes
to remind me because
here comes the 1,500 point regional manager level question. I'm speaking as Michael.
still.
I told Dwight he should grow something everyone likes. Like what? I told Dwight he should grow something everyone likes. Like blank. What does Michael want Dwight to grow that everybody likes instead of beets? What? Can it happen? I don't know. We'll find out if my blank tree in the blank yard grows blank. Not a goatee. No! Now, why would you grow a goatee on a farm? Oh, no. Yeah. The willful obfuscation. I love it, Caleb. But yeah, it was Candy Tony. He wanted Dwight to grow candy on his farm. Hello. It's tasty. Here's a quick story. Went to the grocery store with my kid. He's like, oh, I want some gummy worms. I go, really? He goes, yeah. I said, gummy worms or gummy bears? Because they were both there. I go, you're not going to like either of them. He's like, gummy worms. Definitely, for sure, locked in. Death lock on him the whole way. Through the register, the lady goes, here, little bagger girl gives it to him out of the bag. We get to the car. I whip it open. He's like, give me those. I'm ready. Crack them open, Dad. I go, you got it. Here's what I called. I go, rip, pop. He touches them immediately. He goes, ew. I know like.
And then he comes home and he goes, Mommy, you eat?
Yep. So I got some gummy worms. I'll
They're pretty
send you
good.
one if you win in the mail. Just send me a self-addressed stamp envelope. And if you eat the gummy worm, you can't sue me because I'm not going to put it in plastic or a bag. It's just going to go in that envelope. Made of money. That's why you're sending me a self-addressed stamped envelope.
The Burbills in Thundercats have candy trees, so why not? To be fair, gummy candies are also gross. These gummy worms aren't that bad.
Okay, here's the thing. By and large, yes. Here's what you got to do. Here's what I would do. Let me put this card away. My secret formula for making like really enjoyable, highly chewy gummy candies. But you're going to need some patience. And they don't make my favorite gummy bear anymore, so God knows what you're going to do. But back when Heidi was making gummy bears, I would get the big, 2 to 7 pound bags at the Costco. And here's the thing. When gummy candies are like fresh and new and all slimy and stuff and chewy and like sort of, gummy candy, I go, meh, take a hard pass. But if you take like a nice food grade paper bag, a clean one, and pour all the gummy candies into the like paper bag, they soak up a lot of the grease and not necessarily dry them out, but make them a lot more substantial. If you leave them in there too long, they'll turn into like basically hard candies or like the consistency of sugar daddies, like maybe too sugary or sticky for some people. But I would age them like a fine wine, possibly switching out the bags, possibly doing other things to them to get them to the right consistency. But yeah, right out of the bag, gummy candies are like, not good. Sour Patch, I'll give a pass because they're covered in sourness, and that's one of my favorite flavors. P.S. I have to bam because Krista ran out of the room off camera. You can't see it. But yeah, that's the thing. If they're too chewy, yeah, then they get stuck in your teeth and stuff. But give them a couple weeks in a paper bag. Let some of that, because they have to put glycerin and stuff on the outside and wax them to get them to look good because, whatever. It's just the business of candy. Get all that stuff off there. Let them age. Let them dry out a little bit. It's like when you're working with honey. If it's super watery and there's a bunch of flowers and there's a bunch of honey coming into the hive, it's going to be pretty watery because the bees can only absorb so much and piss out so much. So you're going to have some honey that is, basically like a thin milkshake. Whereas I've come across some that's like so thick because there probably weren't a lot of flowers and or it was hot, so all the moisture got sucked out. That's what I'm talking about. The consistency is king, and if you have the time, do the crime.
And the power.
Do the shower. But yeah, just age your gummy candies. Just try it with I don't know. Black Forest is okay. Haribo maybe is the next go-to since Heidi's gone. Whatever you want to do, just give it a shot with one of those little 4 or 6 ounce bags. Tell me what you think. This is a An assistant to the regional manager question for 1,000 points. For a short time, Jim transfers, oh God, to the Dunder Mifflin office location in what city? What I want.
You should demand a self-addressed stamp envelope.
Listen, I'll take the gummies. So yeah, Stanford, you got it, obviously. I'll take any sort of gummy candy. I just have to sort of give it my own vetting process. Because back in the day, not for nothing, but you'd go into those like Fuzzy Wigs or the equivalent where you're paying by the pound and an exorbitant amount of, like Sugarland is another one of those places that does it. But the gummy sharks, the gummy whales, the gummy frogs, the gummy colas are a personal favorite, or they were before I stopped eating junk food. But still, I would have to let them sit and gain a little tenacity. I don't want to keep talking about gummies, but
That was just 1,000 points, right?
The Leaning Tower of Gummy, yes. Venus de Milo. All right, this is a regional manager question for 1,500. And it'll be hopefully a little harder than
Stanford.
a reference to the thing we've talked about like 17 times already. Jim asked Dwight where he would go if he could go anywhere in the world. Dwight says New Zealand, where he would walk the Lord of the Rings trailer to this place. Sorry, trail, not trailer. Jim asked Dwight where he would go if he could go anywhere in the world. Dwight says New Zealand, where he would walk the Lord of the Rings trail to this place.
I said yes to Joe's question.
Yes. See, here's the thing. Speaking of candy, I just stumbled across this channel called Lofty Pursuits about this Pennsylvania-ish dude who moved down to Florida to just make old-timey hard candy. It's not Mount Doom. That was not part of the Lord of the Rings canon. And, not for nothing, it's just sugar and artificial and or real flavorings or essences or whatever extracts. But I still want to get my hands on some of that shit. It is Mordor. Nailed it, Tony. Yes, Lord of the Rings is actually going to Mordor, not to Mount Doom, nor Castle Grayskull, or any other famous pop culturally relevant spooky hideout.
Mordor, in which Mount Doom resides. No, Naya.
I don't believe that's true. Like, here's the thing. If I were asking a question about the Seven Circles of Hell and it specifically mentioned the city of Dis, I would need that. Right? Like, if they said, what is in this specific circle or what, blah, 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 I would need the city of Dis or the burning embers or the whatever.
What is in Dis?
It's basically a bunch of, like, that's where all the fire is, basically. Dis is where...
I was just trying to make a joke, but okay.
Well, just because it's an awesome part of the book, and I like talking about Dante's Inferno. Dante and Virgil come up and knock on the door, and the demon comes out. He's like, "Yeah, piss off!" They slam the door, and Dante looks up to Virgil. And he goes, "Hey, man, like, what do we do?" and Virgil's like, "I got this under control." He's like, "Just chill out." So an angel comes down, like, swings a sword around. And he's like, "Hey, quit fucking around. This dude's alive. That dude is like from a purgatory. Like, something's going on. Just let him through or I'll kill you." And they go, "Yeah." That's how, that's the thing. I love that story and I love that book because it's a beautiful walking tour. There's not necessarily any strife. You just get a bunch of cool description. It's like taking the train around Disneyland. It's not super fast, not super interesting, but you get to see it all. You get to hear it all. And sometimes a cool thing happens where, like, you go, "Oh, whoa!" Like Virgil will kick a dude and he'll fall back into the lake of or a river Styx and get ripped apart by his compatriots or whatever. They'll have to run away from gargoyles from a boiling river of blood. It's just an exciting read, people. Anyway, moving on. The assistant to the regional manager level question is 1,000 points, and it is, what is Oscar what is Oscar Martinez's last name? Sorry, skipping that. Regional manager Kevin 8 all of these appetizers at a previous Dundee event. Kevin ate all of these appetizers at a previous Dundee event.
Which circle of hell is this office game from?
I mean, it would probably be at the very least the virtuous pagans. I mean, at most the third. I don't know. I'm no King Minos. You're gonna have to ask him. But Martinez. Yeah, but what did Kevin? And I didn't. This doesn't feel like a. This answer doesn't feel like. Oh, obviously, Kevin ate all of these appetizers at a previous Dundee event.
And like, when was that brought up? Like,
probably because there was only a couple Dundies, right? But that's the thing. It would only come up once because they wouldn't tell the same story about how we ate this.
I only remember one Dundee event at that restaurant. I don't remember anything after that one.
Well, there were more Dundee events. They just didn't take place at the restaurant.
Obviously, I just
Hello.
don't remember any
their
of them.
yearly event. I don't think anybody's gonna get this. It's skillets of cheese.
Skillets of cheese?
Yeah, skillets of cheese. I was
Yeah,
like,
I don't-
what? Whatever. Moving on. Assistant to the regional manager level question here, people. They're really going to the hospital, but Jim tells Dwight they're going to this restaurant / entertainment place. They're really going to the hospital, but they tell Dwight they're going. This is when he gets his concussion.
Concussion, yeah.
To this restaurant / entertainment place. But they're really going to the hospital. Where they tell him they're going, and he goes, "All right." He's into it.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Jim Hospital Restaurant concussion.
Message redacted.
Rejected.
That was Tony Google voicing his searching the answer.
Hilarious. Oh my God. Oh, doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell. Siri, does this ring a bell to you, Siri? Just let me talk directly to Siri, Tony. I'll take care of it for you and win this game. You're using the same device? Like, come on.
I have Siri.
Yeah, of course you do. That's
Hey,
why you were
Google.
asking Siri. Siri, delete that.
Protect that message.
Unbelievable. Like, with a peek behind a curtain like that, I feel like,
I think that's funny.
well, the wind has been taking out of my sails. It's Chuck E. Cheese, guys. Chuck E. Cheese. So they're going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Watching on the TV. Oh yeah. So Tony watches this on the TV, so we're nice and big on his screen. Then he has his phone. He's asking the questions too verbally.
Siri, you've got to help me. Jim. Restaurant. Concussion.
Hospital.
Vomiting.
Answer.
Tabulate. Enhance.
Stanford.
Oh, I would like to think Tony's behind like a one of those big Iron Man screens that's not a screen, just move things with your fingers. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, whoop, boop, boop, and he's like talking to Jarvis. Jim, restaurant, hospital, shenanigans, search, Jarvis, concussion, vomit. He vomits on his car.
It's true.
Super fast. Do you vomit that fast when you get a concussion? Seen a lot of concussions. Haven't seen a lot of vomiting. All right, we got a regional assistant to the regional manager question for 1,000 points. Dwight says this villain from Smallville said it best when he said, "Dad, you have no idea what I'm capable of." Dwight says this villain from Smallville says it best when he said, "Dad,
Can I play the game and get points?
you have no idea what I'm capable of." He's quoting Smallville. Oh my God.
So it's a quote of a quote.
It is Lex Luthor, Kayla.
Like,
you
who else
nailed
is it gonna be?
Hilarious. So stupid. Oh my God. That's the thing. So many sitcoms are so stupid and sucky and just like bland and generic. Like, there are so few that come along and are good, that like last, or that have like I don't even know what you would call it, like ethos or depth or whatever. Like, I know we always talk about MASH, but like The Office and the like Parks and Rec, and there are just these big ones that just
They stick. I hated The Office when Will Ferrell took over Michael's job. Granted, I also wasn't a huge fan of Michael because he just bugs me, but I prefer him much better than Will Ferrell as a person. I like
because
Steve
they
Carell.
were scrambling and whatever. That's like behind the scenes style stuff. But it's just, that's the thing. Those are characters that stick with you, whether you like them or not. Like, that's the thing. I didn't like The Office. I hated it for the first like 4 seasons it was on because everybody was talking about it. I was in the trades at the time, and I was upset. I was not upset. That was the wrong word. I was annoyed that everybody's watching like a show about people who have like, because I worked in an office before. Yeah, like office bullshit. I was like, I don't like office bullshit. I got out of offices to be a construction worker. I don't like offices. So I had a chip on my shoulder. But then, it was so funny. I was like, all right, watch the shit out of it. I haven't watched it in a while, but you know what? I haven't watched The Simpsons in a while either. We didn't watch, like, here's the thing. No, they got shut down coast to coast for copyright.
Yeah. We wouldn't have a page anymore at all. Our channel.
We'll go on the dark web and watch The Simpsons together. What kind of sandwich does Jim serve Pam on the roof of Dunder Mifflin for their fireworks viewing? Right? What kind of sandwich does Jim serve Pam on the roof of Dunder Mifflin for their fireworks viewing? Dwight and Mose are out there blowing off fireworks. I think Kevin was out there too.
I love Jim and Pam.
The problem with that dynamic is once they go from a will they won't they to a they will, the fuse is lit and the bomb will go off soon.
Right.
Because there's infinite mileage in the what ifs. It is grilled cheese, Tony. You nailed it. I mean, Siri. Give Siri
What was that question?
1,500 points for grilled cheese. Yeah, it was grilled cheese up on the roof.
My most favorite episode is their wedding episode. I think it was a two-parter. Was it a two-parter episode where they all go away? Whatever.
Probably, like they get married the night before in reality, and then do the dance. And
Yeah, and all the hotel shenanigans, and then Andy he crushes his dick with his keys, or he stabs him with his keys. Like that
he stabbed his scrotum.
His scrotum. Sorry, while he was dancing. The whole thing. It was my favorite part, and I hated Pam back when
She was with Rob. No, sorry, Rob.
Roy. Well, like
Rob Roy.
that weird like getaway thing that they all had for like team building activities, and she stepped on the hot coals and she was all like, "Look at me, I did this." That was my least favorite part of Pam.
It was, yeah. Early on, it felt like there wasn't much definition of the character, and there wasn't. They had the UK office, so everybody's trying to do their own thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's, they were swinging for the fences when like the comedy of The Office and like the whatever is in like the small personal interactions. It's not like the big weird shit that happened early or later.
Yeah.
But there are some big things that are earned, like the dinner at Michael's where like, he's got the 12-inch flat screen TV, or like that beer sign that he hangs up when he gets pissed off.
When he's with Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she puts on that CD from Hunter and like slowly grinds on the stereo. Like those are all
hated her.
hugely stupid, but like they earned that by then.
Yeah, I didn't like Jan at all. I just didn't like her.
You don't have to like them personally. It's like as characters they work.
Yeah.
You just have to like disconnect the idea of like, because that's the thing. Nobody in the office I would want to hang out with personally. Because all of them have like canonical weirdo stuff in their background. Because they all have to have quirks and shit. And
I'd hang out with Jim. Jim would probably be the only one I'd hang out with. He's more white bread than anybody the other ones.
It's a ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an assistant to the regional manager question for 1,000 points. Trying to win her affections, Andy serenades Angela in front of the whole office with this ABBA song. I'll give you a hint. He got Here Comes Treble on speakerphone. transferred them all to the same desk, sang this ABBA song. What was it? Yeah, people talk shit about ABBA. They have some catchy tunes. The 18s, whatever. It was Take a Chance on Me.
Take a chance on me.
But
How many points was this one?
that was only 1,000. But that was maybe one of my least favorite ABBA songs is Take a Chance on Me.
Probably one of the best ones to be sung a cappella. Better.
I mean, yeah, but all of ABBA's are, because there's like 4 of them, so they're all like, you can just minus the instruments, whatever. This is a regional manager level question for 1,500 points. When Jim announces, excuse me, that he's combining birthdays in the office, what special treat does Creed ask for?
Oh, Jesus.
When he's combining birthdays in the office, what is it that Creed asks for?
Hey, Siri.
Hey, Siri. Boop, boop. What Creed
birthday.
Creed birthday? Put that into my Google. Siri. And you see it in the episode. Bam, it is a cobbler. It is peach pie or cobbler. I think he gets a cobbler at the end.
Asses.
Asses. The only memory I have regarding a cobbler, maybe you have even less than that. When I was young, I remember going to my aunt's house in California, and she made a peach cobbler. My uncle was there. You know, he was sort of a funny guy. Did things over the top. Maybe I got some of it from him. My aunt takes a big scoop of the cobbler and slams it in his mouth. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, caca." And she goes, "What?" And he goes, "This needs ice cream." And I'm like, "So it's bad?" And he's like, "No, it's great. It just needs ice cream." And I was like, "Whoa, a joke." Only cobbler memory I have. That's it. That's all I got. What color? Well, I'm going to pretend to be Michael for this next one. The assistant to the regional manager level question. In the days before Phyllis's wedding, I announced that I was instituting prima nocta. You might remember what that is from this Mel Gibson movie. For Phyllis's wedding, he announced that he was instituting prima nocta. From what Mel Gibson movie? I feel like the Mel Gibson part maybe gave it away, but... But... It was Braveheart. And, you know, look up Prima Nocta, obviously, because that's pretty funny. So that was 1,000 points to Tony. This is the regional manager question for 1,500. Women and children first. Dunder Mifflin doesn't employ children, and if I let women out first, did you know what I would have in my hands? That's the question.
The question is what? What would you have on your hands?
Women and children first. Dunder Mifflin doesn't employ children. And if I let the women out first, do you know what I'd have in my hands?
Says Michael Scott.
Says Michael Scott. Michael Scott. Michael Scott. Threat level, midnight. You know what I'd have in my hands, guys? If I did that, I would not have children on my hands. Not have children on my hands. What would I have in my hands if I let the women go first? In an office setting. What's the scores, by the way?
Tony has 14,005.
Damn!
And Kayla has 5,002.5.
Oh, Tony. I'll have to make plans for another sticker, it seems. And I've got a hilarious one right here. It's a little dog who's very angry, but he's wearing glasses. You might not get that sticker. Men, it is no.
A bunch of men in my
It's
hands.
a lawsuit. You have a lawsuit on your hands. Sexism. Hello. Just ask President Mike. All right.
Tony said a lawsuit, literally, like right when you
Well,
said it.
too bad, Tony. This is on the lowest latency possible, and I feel like I gave you 17 hours to Google that, so maybe reboot your iPhone. All right, people. This is the regional assistant to the regional manager question. Jesus. What does Angela get Dwight for Valentine's Day? Eat a butt. What does Angela get Dwight for Valentine's Day? It's very famous. Not to spoil it. They were banging at work.
They were.
It is a bobblehead. Yes, of himself. Nailed it. He replaced the bear. I think he had the Red Wings. What would be the hockey team in
Chlamydia. I don't
It's
know.
chlamydia.
What? How many points was that for?
That was the 1,000 point question.
Okay.
It's the regional manager question. For 1,500, Jim said it's not really a date if the girl does this at the end. It's not really a date if the girl does this at the end. I think he's referring to the time they ate grilled cheese on the roof of Dunder Mifflin, but I could be wrong. But I think that's what we're talking about. Jim says it's not really a date if the girl does this at the end. Hayes is a good guess, but no,
That is
not
a good
correct.
guess.
As I was reading the question, that's what I thought. I moved my thumb and I was let down. Jim's a chivalrous guy, but I think he'd let Pam pay every once in a while. But you definitely can't do this and consider it a date. She can't do this. I mean, he probably couldn't do it either. Does that help? Pre-congratulations to Tony.
Is it like rejection? Reject him?
No.
Oh.
It is go home to her fiance.
Oh yeah, because she
Call
was
a
still
date. Yeah,
engaged.
she's still with Roy.
Was that the one where like after they were up there, they were in the office and like he went to kiss her and she was like,
I gotta go. No, that was like later. That was at like,
she was still engaged at that point too.
yeah, because I feel like that might have happened on the same night that Andy and Angela got engaged.
That was the casino night. The casino night was when
casino
Jim
night.
kissed Pam in the office, and then she had to tell Roy that.
Yeah, there are so many office parties, it's hard to keep them all straight. But yeah, we're going to call it. It's the slaughter rule because at this point, it's an order of magnitude. Tony has come in and just blown everybody else out of the water. So you see this name next week, you won't be surprised because I'm leaving it there. You will be surprised by what sticker I'm going to choose because I've already decided against the dog. I don't like the dog for you, Tony. We're going to find something else. I've got a Yeti. There's a whale here.
We need to find a cat.
Something. I gotta find something that speaks to me that says you, and I'm not gonna put anything
cat.
on there. I don't know. Tony doesn't look or feel or smell or act like I want to stick a cat sticker on here. I want something, that's not a cat. 7 dogs. All right, guys, so that is it. Congratulations, Tony. You made it to the top of the mountain, which you already were on, so I guess it just means that you were able to kick Kayla back into the river Styx to be ripped apart by the other tormented souls.
Call back.
Coming back for another go, hopefully next week. We'll see. I've got to find more trivia, and I've got to do more legwork because it's always nice to have like something happen fresh and organic with you guys and like, oh, whoa, look at it. We're learning together with all these questions that they suck. I don't want to do that anymore. We got to like pull our shit together, right, guys? These questions were like, meh. But that's just my 2 cents. And I'm only the host of the show. But moral of the story is, thank you for showing up if you did. If you're watching in the future, I appreciate that too. In a couple of days, we're going to have a live something. I'm not sure yet. People seem to like our training videos, and I've got a bunch of true crime interrogations and stuff to get through. So
I think we do training in 2 days because we're doing Ambrosio with baked salmon on Sunday.
Or, because here's the thing, there's one big one I want to do. If you're familiar, James Hansey, the Buckeye Lake, Ohio chief of police that had a accidental discharge in an Alzheimer's affected lady's trailer and then got fired and gross incompetence and negligence and he had to go to jail. But
long story short,
it's hyper long, so I'd have to put it into 2 chunks. So maybe we'll make an Ambrosio sandwich and have Hansy on both sides. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't
getting
know.
handsy on Ambrosio.
Yeah, you guys don't need to worry about that. I realize I don't have an outro screen because this is a new computer and I forgot to bring it over. Oh well. This show is over. Have a nice night, everybody.
Bye.
For the try to
Fistful of Podcasts Radio.